Hello everyone, welcome back to Triumph Trust FX channel. Today I'll be going over a strategy that is based on divergence with negative correlated pairs, and this is also part of my weekly review for this week we just concluded today, 2nd December 2022. Right, I'll be sharing with us, I will introduce the strategy, I will look at some of the the trades I took with this strategy this week, and some other trades I took with other of my strategy. We'll be looking at the trades that I won, the ones that I had losses on, and the ones that were not triggered. Right, in case you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted anytime I upload a new video. So let's get started. Right, so these are the pairs that I trade with this strategy: Euro USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, and I trade these three pairs against the USD CHF. So these pairs are negatively correlated with USD CHF. So if these pairs are creating higher highs and higher lows, USD CHF will be creating lower highs and lower lows. So once I spot a divergence on any of them and there is no divergence on the other, then I look forward to taking my entries, and I'll only trade this pattern or this strategy during the open of the New York section or during the New York section. Right, so let's go over the strategy. Look at this, is AUD USD against USD CHF on the 29th of November. So after the load on section, I saw price as we enter the New York section. I saw this divergence. I'm using the TDI indicator for my divergence. So I saw this divergence and price was creating higher highs and higher lows. Then on the USD CHF, you see price was creating higher highs and higher lows. So at this point, price was supposed to be creating lower highs and lower lows, since it is negatively correlated to this pair. So that is what gives me my confirmation. So as far as the USD CHF is not giving lower lows and lower highs as against higher highs and higher lows created by the AUD USD, then there is a setup for me. So the pair that gives the divergence is what I will look at to buy. So this is AUD USD. At this point on the 1 minute time frame, that is where I look for my entries. So what I do is, after the divergence, I want price to break structure, then pull back for a retest of this area, then I sell. And on the 1 minute time frame, you can see that when the divergence happens, you can see how price pushed down with impulsive move to the downside. At this point, price has not broken structure. So the next slide will show us what happened. So when price dropped down to this level, it pulled back. At this point on the 5 minutes time frame, just for you to know, I use the 5 minutes time frame from the setup, the 1 minute time frame for the entry. So at this point, you see price has broken structure here and pulled back to retest this zone. So on the 1 minute time frame, you can see this is a high where price came to retest, and that was where I took this entry and took other entries at this point, and that was how price continued to drop until it cleared the take profits, the first set of take profits. So let's look at another example. Look at this, still AUD USD, but this happened on the 30th of November. After the London session, we had a divergence here. Price also created a divergence here on USD CHF. So price was creating higher highs and higher lows, and price was creating lower highs and lower lows. So it's normal. Then at this point we had another divergence. Well, while price was still creating higher highs and higher lows, at the point we had the divergence on USD CHF, price created a higher low instead of creating a lower low. So that gives me a confirmation for me to look for entries. So at this point I'll be looking for entries with a pair that gives me the divergence. So what I do, I wait for price to take out this low, then I wait for price, after taking out this low, I'll wait for a retracement to this level, then I sell. At this point you can see how price started giving impulsive move on the 1 minute time frame. You see the move and downward. So I took my first entry here because I also consider the beginning, the open of this this zone. Okay, as at this time on the broker time, it was around 14:55. So that was 13:55 my time, Nigerian time. That is around 5 minutes to 2 p.m. So at this point, around 2 p.m. Nigerian time is when I start looking for my entries. So the best thing was for me to wait for a pullback, but when I saw this drop and this retest, I thought the pullback had occurred. That was when I first take these two entries. Now what happened, price actually pulled back, broke above this other block, came to retest this. That was when I took another entry in addition to the two that I took before. So as price dropped below these two, I closed the one with the higher lot size. So that was how price continued to drop and cleared the take profits, all of them. You see that? Awesome. So this strategy is very simple to use. Now let's look at this. This is 29th November, NZD USD. What happened? We have a divergence here after the London session as we approach the New York session. You see, price gave a divergence. Our price was creating higher highs and higher lows. On the USD CHF, this is NZD USD. USD CHF price was creating higher highs and higher lows, as against when it's supposed to be creating lower highs and lower lows. So with this divergence, I'll have to wait for price to break structure. So price didn't break structure, pulled back, and this low was taken out. So I was to wait for price to pull back to retest this level, then I sell. That was what I indicated here on the 1 minute time frame. So from here, pull back of 50% will be ideal for me to take my sell. So this was when price pulled back to the 50%, and that was the entry, and price dropped and cleared the take profits. Now looking at 1st of December, which was yesterday, AUD USD as against USD CHF. Look at what happened here. Price created a divergence here. Price was creating higher highs and higher lows, and here price was supposed to be creating lower highs and lower lows, but at this point price created a higher low, and although the indicator didn't print the divergence, but this was a divergence for me. So because of this, because the indicator didn't create the print out the divergence, I didn't take this trade. If not, had it been the printed the divergence, I would have waited for price to break this low on the retest, then I'll sell, which is what is here on the 1 minute time frame. So I didn't take this entry, yet it dropped massively to clear out expected trade take profit levels. You can see how powerful this strategy is. So let's move on. This one happened today. USD CHF against Euro USD. Look at what happened. Price was creating lower highs and lower lows, and price was creating higher highs and higher lows. At this point, price gave a divergence, and look at what happened here. Price was created a lower high, while price was creating a lower low as against a higher high. A higher high was supposed to be here, but it didn't create that high. I was already on this Euro USD trade. Then see what happened. You see, so I was to wait for price to take at these levels. So I didn't take this also. So, but at this point, I have some confirmation here that would have been possible for me to take this entry, but price didn't take out this high. Look at what happened next. Massive move. Very powerful strategy. Okay, so let's look at other trades that I took outside that strategy. So look at this. This is in the last video I made. I explained how to take this entry. So this is a weekly open line and also daily open line. The daily open was here. This is Monday. So I want to see price at the New York session below the weekly open and daily open, and also below the Asian section. Then once that happens, I look for price to break market structure, give me a break of market structure. This is happening on the 5 minutes time frame. On the rate test of the order block of 50% pullback, I take my entry. So on this was when I took the entry. Then look at it, price pulled back to this level. I took the entry here, and price, after moving up a bit, it dropped further to this order block, and it started moving up until my first take profit was cleared here, and that was how price continued to move up. And this happened on Monday, 28th November. Then this is Euro USD based on divergence with correlated pairs. So Euro USD and GBP USD, they are correlated pairs. They are positive correlated pairs. So what happened here? Look at this. Price was creating higher highs and higher lows. Same with GBP USD. But at this point, you see that price started dropping, creating lower lows and lower highs. But here, price continued to create higher highs, higher low. So I was expecting a price to create a higher high at this point, taking out this high. Then the GBP USD continues to create lower highs and lower lows. And this is what happened. So at this point, exactly what I predicted happened. So we have high, higher high, higher high. Yet GBP USD has been creating high, lower high, lower high. So on the 1 minute time frame, this was supposed, after price took other side, this was supposed to be my entry, but I missed this entry. So I was waiting for price to pull back to 50% so that I can take the entry. So what happened? Price pulled back and I took the entry. At this point, price continued up and almost took me out. 15 pips each of the two entries. And this is what happened. As price got to this level, it started dropping again and continued to drop, and finally I saw this happen. Price dropped to cut my first take profit and continued downward. Look at this. This was already 85 pips I brought my stop loss below and I was taken out here. So my 2 entries were triggered. This single trade gave me 66% growth of my account today, just today alone. Right. So looking at some other trades like that, I missed entry. NZD/USD today. I also posted this on my free Telegram group. Okay, that reminds me, in case you want to join my free Telegram group, the link to that group is on the description of this video below. Just click it and you join. I post some of my setup there. Most of my setup I post there. Right, so NZD/USD, look at NZD/USD, see what happened on NZD/USD. So I was waiting for price. This is at this New York session, I was waiting for price to take out this. So from morning, from the open of the day, you'll see that price has been bullish on the 15 minutes time frame. So I was expecting that price will continue like that, take out this high and drop, giving me this pattern. Then I will take a sell. Price will take out the high, drop by breaking the structure, pull back to retest the high, then I'll sell. And this is what happened. So price didn't get there before, dropping massively. So I missed this entry on, or price didn't get to the entry on NZD/USD. Now let's look at some of the losses that I had this week. This is AUD/USD and NZD/USD. See what happened? Price is creating divergence with these 2 correlated pairs. So I was expecting that price would take out this high and drop, while price will create a lower high and continue to drop on AUD/USD, while NZD/USD price will take out the high. That will confirm my divergence, then I take my entry. So that is exactly what happened. Look at it, NZD/USD took out the high, while AUD/USD refused to take out the high. That is divergence with correlated pairs. So on the 1 minute time frame, this was supposed to be my entry. After grabbing this high, this was supposed to be my entry. I missed the entry. I waited for price to pull back to 50%, just as it happened on Euro/USD, and this is what happened. I took the entry and price moved up and took me out. So it was a stop loss around 21 pips. That is 11 pips each of the 2 entries that I took. So I had a loss on NZD/USD today. This is AUD/USD. This happened on the 29th of November. So you see price was already above the weekly open, and this is the daily open. Price was above the weekly open, the daily open, and also above the Asian section. So I'll be looking for price to break structure, retest, and a sell. Same thing I was expecting on NZD/USD, same thing. Well, this is what happened. So when price pull up, price drop and break structure, took out this low. This is for AUD/USD, this is for NZD/USD, took out this bearish candle. It's a breaker. I consider it's a breaker, and this is the low. So I was expecting price to pull back to 50%. Same thing on AUD/USD, then I sell. And this is what happened. As price pulled back to 50%, I took the entry and I was stopped out. So I had a loss on AUD/USD and NZD/USD on the 29th of November. So this is NZD/USD. Still before 29th, this 28th of November, I saw this divergence on correlated pairs AUD/USD and NZD/USD, and I was expecting price, after breaking this structure, wait for pull back at 50%. I take my entry, and that was when I took this entry. This is NZD/USD, and it was pretty moving well at that point, and finally it pulled back and took me out. Right, all of this we just with small pips compared to my profits. Then same thing happened on GBP/USD and Euro/USD. Euro/USD divergence, price refused to take out this high. At this point, GBP/USD took out the previous high. So I was ready to take GBP/USD as price drop, but this did not break the structure, but I took it anyways, and this was when I took the entry, and this was when it started dropping very well and finally pulled back up and took me out. So those are some of the losses I had on during the week. So you can see I had losses on GBP USD 1, NZD USD 2, another NZD USD 3, then AUD USD 4. Then today I had a loss on NZD USD, so 5 losses. Right, then let's look at the profits that I made the week. Look at this one, you see, massive profit. Stop loss were around 15 pips, 10 pips for the 5. So let's assume we had for 10 pips we'll be having for the 5 trade is 50 pips, right? Then some are 15 pips, so let's assume all the stop losses will be around, let's assume 70 pips. So this alone has given me 85 pips for the last entry. The first take profit was 20 pips, that is 100 pips, over 100 pips. With just a single trade I was able to recover all the losses. Then I had this, look at this one, 3 entries, profit, final to profit was grabbed. Then I also had, okay, that was that. Then look at this, I didn't take that, I didn't take this. Look at this, NZD USD, all take profits were cleared out. AUD USD, all take profits were cleared out. Then another AUD USD, all take profit were cleared out. So you can see it was massive in profit. So with a single trade, if you had losses, you can clear it out, right? So I would like you to look at this strategy that I just explained and do some back tests. If it suits your trading pattern, then you can apply it. I assure you are going to make good profit, and it's going to be consistent if you stick to the rules. Feel free to contact me if you want to ask any questions, and also run a mentorship group. If you are interested, you can also contact me. I wish you all the best. Take your time to study throughout this weekend so that as we enter the new week you make some good profit. Thank you and God bless you.